The other day, a student of mine called me saying, Martina, I finally got an interview for a private jet position, for a VIP flight attendant position. I'm so excited. And I say, well done, congratulations on you. It's a big achievement, and you finally got your opportunity to shine and to understand if this job is actually for you. Well done. Then we started, preparing together for this interview. I explained how does recruitment in business aviation in Europe work like, and we went through a couple of doubts and issues that she wanted to be clarified. With, and then I asked her this question. Have you prepared yourself with some questions that you can ask to the recruiter? Normally at the end of the first meeting, the recruiter saves some space to ask to the candidate, have you got any question for us? And you must not miss this opportunity. It is really, really important that you have got a set of questions ready that you can ask to the interviewer. Why? Because this is going to show your motivation. It's going to show to the interviewer that you are prepared, that you are aware, that you are a professional. And because this is what you are, it's actually, it just makes sense that you show exactly how it is. So what type of question can you actually ask in this stage of the interview? Let me give you a few examples with also an explanation of why you should ask that question. And hopefully this is going to be helpful for you for the next interview. First of all, I recommend to ask what type of aircraft are they going to let you fly on. There is a specific classification of private jets, which is worldwide recognized, and each type of aircraft, let's say, are dedicated to specific missions. So big aircraft can fly long haul, smaller aircraft cannot fly more than a certain amount of hours, depending on the aircraft itself. If you know that you will be part of the crew for a bigger aircraft, you can expect long-haul flights, far-away destinations, and probably a longer period of time away from home. On the contrary, if you're going to be joining the crew on a smaller aircraft, then this aircraft is probably going to fly within the European countries and maybe a little bit further down. Or if you are in America, just within the country, the United States, and maybe a little bit further around, but not long-haul flights. So this will already let you understand how long you will be away from home. Second question, which is also quite important, is what type of operations are the one run by the company? Bear in mind that you should know it already. However, it's nice to let the recruiter explain to you this part. Is it owner operations? So flying always with the same customer or with the same group of customers. That means that your flying activity is quite slow and it follows always the same agenda, which is the one of the owner of the aircraft. On the contrary, you may have charter operations. So in this case, it means that the company owns the aircraft and they simply rent it to whoever wants to fly private jets. In this case, the aim of the company is to sell as many flights as possible because this is how they make their revenue. And therefore, you as a flight attendant for a charter operation, your flying activity is extremely busy and demanding and subject to a lot of changes. It's quite intense. There is not one better than the other, in my opinion. They are just two different things. Both of them done with an aircraft, so the jet is a jet and you simply use it in a different way, but still you're flying. So this is, it doesn't really, make one better than the other. Then more, let's say, recruitment process type of questions. So how long is the recruitment process going to last for? This is a chance to get to know from an official source of information a time frame where you can expect to get an answer. So you know how long you're gonna be busy into this, you know, how much of a hope. Are they gonna take a decision in the next 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever? So you know how long this game is gonna last for. You can also ask how many profiles are they looking for, just to get to know how many candidates are running for the same objective, and how many jobs are actually available. Then you can ask a little bit more, let's say, tricky, in a nice way, questions. For example, you can ask to the recruiter, on their opinion, what is the skill set necessary in order to excel in this role for this company. So you let them tell you what they want to see in you. And therefore, by going on with the recruitment process, you will be able to show them exactly what they want, because you've been told already. You can also ask if the company is going to provide you with a safety training. This is more applicable for Europe, because in America the safety training is mandatory. In Europe it is not. A lot of companies, they do offer it anyway, but you can ask if they are going to provide this type of training for you or not. And also another one last question that I actually like a lot is, can you tell me, how do you like working for this company? So the recruiter is, a very important part of the company itself. And it can probably, by looking at the verbal and non-verbal communication of his or her response to you, you would be able to grasp a little bit of the vibes and the energy of the company itself. Because remember that during an interview, it's not only the interviewer checking on the candidate, but it's also the candidate checking on the company and see if the company can be a good fit for him or her. My name is Martina Vincenzi. I am the founder of the VIP Flight Attendant Academy Private Jet Coach, and these were just some pills and tips about interviews in business aviation.